Good morning. We're going to be going over the Aavegotchi Gotchiverse game Bible today. I have already read through this thoroughly to make sure I kind of know what I'm talking about. So, the TLDR is that the game Bible is going to be kind of a roadmap built with the community on how the game will look and play, and certain aspects of the gameplay. All of this stuff will be part of the DAO, snapshots, community voting when necessary. And they're going to release this Bible chapters at a time. We will decide on the chapters as a group, and then the only reason anything would change is because it doesn't work that way in the game or in the code. Obviously, technical difficulties. So that's kind of the TLDR. We're looking at big portions of the game being launched in Q1 and then the rest of it being built out live. So you should definitely read this yourself and go through this and understand it for yourself. But that is essentially what we're talking about here. It's talking about the Gotchi Bible and it's talking about the Gotchi Bible and why they're going this route instead of the light paper or a white paper route. So this will also, for transparency, it will be on GitHub so that every version of this document will be available to be analyzed as time goes on, as opposed to multiple drafts of the light paper, which you may or may not have gotten to see at any different phase. So you don't know what it used to look like, basically. This way you always know what the game Bible used to look like as well as what it currently looks like. A chapter becomes canon based on consensus. They will publish a chapter, a discussion thread on the DAO. The community discusses it. If necessary, we will have to vote on things if there's huge problems with consensus. But if everything is basically agreed upon, then that chapter becomes canon and we move on to the next chapter. So this here is the first chapter. Or this is a release of all of the various chapters through March. So gameplay release schedule, Parcel Alchemica Tokenomics will be the next one. So right now we are currently, does this count as a chapter? I don't know if this counts as a chapter. I think it does. Gameplay release schedule. That's what we're looking at right now. Gameplay release up to the grid. So yes, this is chapter 1 of book 1 that we are looking at right here. And you should definitely read this. So the next chapter, which should be in 2 weeks, will be Parcel and Alchemica Tokenomics, summarized Parcel tokenomics for surveying. Then after that, we're going to be looking at installations. That's the various buildings we'll be able to put onto our parcels. Traits, as far as how your wearables and or maybe this isn't even wearables yet. So this is just maybe, oh yeah, exactly. Wearable traits is down here in February. So this is just Aavegotchi traits that your Aavegotchi is born with. So information on the Aavegotchi traits and how they map to gameplay. Then in February, we'll have another 4 chapters, and that is alchemical channeling and the details on that. Wearable traits and how that's going to work, guilds and Gotchi Lodge and how all of those things are going to come into play. GAX, information on integrating the GAX. I don't know what the GAX is, guys. This is why you do your own research. I have no idea what the GAX is, and maybe I should have found out before I got here. But I will find out. And actually, we have a guild meeting later today with Bankless, and I have one tomorrow with Frenzone. So maybe someone there will be able to shed more light on this, and I'll let you know. In March, we have another 4 chapters: estate building, the rules for building estates, homeowners association. Wearable traits 2, specific breakdown of ability modifiers for each wearable. Interesting. Overview of the ability pools, and then the specific breakdown of ability modifiers. Okay. Liquidators. Information on liquidators, traits, quantity, etc. That will be the 3rd week of March. And then districts. Information on districts as DAO. So I find the districts as DAO thing really interesting, because we have already formed guilds around wearables. Now we're going to have DAOs around districts. We already have the overall DAO. So it's interesting to me how we're all aligned and we all are part of the same DAO, but we all now have these sub DAOs and sub guilds, and how your allegiances will fall going forward, and whether or not that'll even be necessary. I mean, hopefully we don't have ugly politics going on in the Gotchiverse. I would like things to be, obviously, I guess you need to have drama or it's not going to be a fun game. I don't know. The liquidators are going to give us enough drama. Do we have to cause drama for each other? So, yeah, all these little sub allegiances will be interesting to see how that plays out. So that is the chapter breakdown of what we're looking forward to over the next 3 months with talking about things, which I saw also in this Medium post here, that or the blog post, that they are, I think the next 3 are going to be in one chapter. Parcel Alchemica tokenomics, installations, and Aavegotchi traits. I think they're saying that's going to be one chapter coming. But let's keep scrolling. So, what is this document? It is detailed information about gameplay economy building within the Gotchi gameverse. It is confirmed and immutable. Oh, there's 2 categories: confirmed and immutable, and confirmed but not immutable. Confirmed and immutable means that the published information will not change except via DAO vote. Confirmed but not immutable means the information is generally confirmed but could change if underlying assumptions change. Any changes will be published on all official channels. I would think that this is your technical difficulties bucket, where maybe you're not able to make the game function the way you thought you could, or I'm sure there's a better technical way to say what I'm saying. Yeah. Gotchiverse release schedule: confirmed but not immutable. So like I said, obviously they're going to try to release this as fast as possible, but foreseeing technical difficulties, they may not be able to meet this roadmap. It has already been pushed back because it was supposed to be released in December, and then we had the stress test, and that was cool, but there were issues. Yes, super slow. I don't think I posted my videos on that. I need to do some updates. I have some stress test videos. I have some Sushi Vader videos. I need to drop all that stuff. So stress test 2 is January 28th. And if you see this image, this is very much what it looked like on that day. It was wild. I got a few rounds in. Yeah, so 28th. Stress test 3 will be mid-February. The next land auction will be late February. The Citadel live test will be early to mid-March. So I guess map size, 1 district. They probably mean district 1. as well, because that's where the Citadel is. So this is cool. Gotchi lending will go live in March, and the Gotchiverse will fully open in late March, early April. I'm just going to call that April and not get my hopes up. Let's just say we're going to see that in April. Traits release April, grid release early Q3. So our outside players will not be able to get in until Q3. Not so bad. At least we're getting in. Gotchi lending will allow people to get in and try it out before liquidators come live. So yeah, that's it. And it's as it says here, come back in 2 weeks for chapters 2, 3, and 4. So that will be 2 weeks will actually be almost February. So they must be doing this the last week of January, first week of February. And yeah, so exciting stuff we have to look forward to. Come out here to blog.aavegotchi.com and check out the Gotchiverse Game Bible for yourself. I will be dropping some stress test videos and Sushi Vader gameplay. There are other community-built games you can go play in the meantime. And there are lots of other Aavegotchi YouTubers that you should be checking out. So, thanks for joining me. I will keep you updated. I will find out what the GAX is from my friends. And peace.